Hello everybody, and Chag Pesach, Kasher v'Sameach, holiday of Passover, a kosher and happy and healthy holiday for all of us, for us and our families. For many of us, this Passover is very different from other years since we are celebrating it by ourselves, not like we used to be with bigger families or with neighbors and friends. And for many of us, it will be the first time that we are celebrating leading our Pesach Seder by ourselves. You know, many of us always were guests at others, and because of the situation this year, we need to celebrate our Passover by ourselves. So we're going to have this Passover class that you're going to be able to watch it and eventually be able to run your own Seder in a very, very simple way. So just before we start, I just want to show you a little bit what we got on our table. If you see at the other end of the table, we have the two candles, the candles of the Yom Tov of Pesach, and we're gonna light them up and make the blessing over them. This is the mitzvah for the woman of the house, or the woman of the girls. If there is no woman or no girls in the house, so the men could do it. I have the Kiddush cup, which we also gonna use for the 4 cups of wine. I also have my son Mendel with me. Say hello. Hello. They're gonna help me leading the Seder. And we have the 3 matzot. I have this cover over here, the Passover cover, that inside I have 3 handmade matzah. As you can see over here, they're sticking out. 1, second one, and then a third one. And we're gonna go through that, why we need all these 3 matzot during the Seder. Another thing that we have agada. So any agada that you have at home, you could use. I'm not going to go by page numbers because it's not necessarily the same one that you have in your house. We also got over here in the middle of the Seder table, we got the Seder plate with everything that we're putting on the plate. We have an egg. We have what we call the zeroa, which it could be a piece of chicken bone or shank bone. We have the charoset. We have a celery that they can use for karpas. You could use it as celery, or you could use parsley, potato, onion, almost every vegetable could work for it. And then we have the maror. So we have the lettuce, and we also have the horseradish, the bitter horseradish. We have a bowl of salt water, so we're going to be able to dip the karpas in it. We have some wine for me, and grape juice for Mendel. And we have over here a cup waiting for later, for Eliyahu, for the cup of Eliyahu towards the end of the Seder. We also have over here an empty bowl that we're going to need later at the very later during the Magid when we pour 4 more cups. So we're going to go over here and we're going to open the agada. And I just want to let you know that if anybody is missing, if you're watching this a week before Pesach and you said, I don't have matzah, I don't have kosher wine, or whatever you don't have, we have a Pesach to-go kit that the Pesach to-go kit could provide you everything that you need for the Seder. You have an option to get a wine from our charlottekosherwine.com and order the bottle of your choice. You could also order shamur matzah, you could order a full pound, or on the Pesach to go kit, you could get a smaller amount if you don't need a full pound of matzah. We're also going to be able to get an agada in the Pesach kit if you don't have it home. And you're going to be able to get the charoset, the bitter herbs, the maror, and a piece for the zeroa, a piece of chicken bone that we're going to use for the Seder plate for the zeroa. Hard-boiled egg, I'm sure you could all boil it home. And also a piece of parsley or celery or onion or potato, I'm sure you could get it in your own house. And we're also going to have in a Pesach kit 2 tea lights to light the Yom Tov candle. So before we start, first we need to light the candles. So we're going to open up for the lighting of the candles. And I'm also going to make it clear that this class, our first class, is specifically talking about the Seder itself. I'm going to have another class that's going to be about the things that has to be done prior to the Seder, the days before Passover, how to prepare, how to get rid of chametz, anything, the leavened bread that are not allowed to be used on Passover and we're not allowed to possess, and many other things and insight that all will be in the second class. This class is specifically the order of the Seder himself. So before we start, we got to light the Shabbat candles, the Yom Tov candles. And we're gonna light it over here, and because it's a Yom Tov, we have 2 blessings coming up. We're gonna light the candles together. We have 2 blessings that we light, what we're saying over the lighting on the candles. The first one is the Adlik Ner Shel Yom Tov, to light the candle of a holiday. And the second one is the Shechianu. So we say, Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Kidishanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu La'adlik Ner Shel Yom Tov. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, She'echeyanu V'kimanu V'igiyanu L'zman Hazeh. The custom is to light the candles first. It's actually my wife's job. That's why I made a mistake. First you light, and only after you light, then you cover your eyes and you say the blessing, these two blessings. But the blessings are the same. So we're going to leave the candles on for the rest of the Seder. And now we're ready for Kiddush. So the first step of the Seder, it's called Kadesh. After we have the Seder plate ready, and after we got the table set, and we have the books, we're going to ready for Kiddush. We're going to fill up our first cup of the Seder. And fill it up as much as you want. And I'm going to fill up a little bit of wine in my cup. Some people are accustomed to fill it up all the way to the top. Some people don't fill it up, but we got to drink 4 cups of wine. The custom is to stand for the Kiddush, and we're going to hold the cup together, and everybody say the text together, not just the leader of the Seder. Every single one will say the text together. It goes like this. Savri Maranan, Baruch Ata Hashem, Elokeinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Bachar Banu Mikolam, V'romemanu Mikol Hashon, V'kidishanu B'mitzvotav, V'titen Lanu Hashem Elokeinu Be'ahava, Moadim Lesimcha, Chagim Uzmanim Lesason, Et Yom Chag Hamatzot Hazeh, זמן חירותנו מקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ומועדי קודשך בשמחה ובששון הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה השם מקדש ישראל והזמנים. And we say the שהחיינו, ברוך אתה השם אלוקינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. And the custom is that when we sit down, we don't speak in between the blessing and the drinking of the cup of wine. We're leaning to the left. That's why we have pillows behind our back, because we are like kings on a special time, and we're leaning on our left side, and we drink the full cup of wine. And just a note, if you already said the Shechianu at the candles, if the woman of the house said the Shechianu of the candles, she doesn't need to say Shechianu again over here. And if the man is lighting the candles, if there is no woman in the house, he doesn't need to say Shechianu again. We say the Shechianu only one time on this night. Next step, by us is the next page, Urchatz. We're going to wash our hands, but this time is different. Usually when we wash our hands for bread, we wash it and we say a blessing Al Netilat Yadayim. This time we don't say Al Netilat Yadayim. We only wash it, and we only wash the 3 times on the right and 3 times on the left, and we're going to come back to the table. So just stay with us while we're going to wash for the Urchatz. Okay, so now after we wash, the reason why we're washing now is because of the karpas. Before we eat the vegetables that we dip in the salt water. Before we do that, we reciting we washing our hands for that. Mendel, can you pass me the salt water, please? Careful. Over here, we have a salt water over here. Just water with some salt. Mix it together. Very simple. Make sure it's mixed well. Very salty. Don't try to drink it. It's not going to be yummy at all. And let's get ourselves, each one of us, a piece of the karpas. We chose a celery, but as I mentioned before, it could be parsley, it could be a potato, cooked potato, or onion. We say Baruch Ata, we say the blessing over the Borei Pri Adama blessing, but we also need to have in mind the vegetable that we're going to add later for the maror, for the bitter herbs. We also using this blessing for that as well. So we're gonna dip it in the salt water, and we're gonna say together, Mendel and I, Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Borei Peri Ha'adama. Mel, you want to share with us why we are dipping the vegetable in salt water. What's behind? I want to share with our guest why we dipping it in the salt water to remind us of what?
We dip the kielbasa in the salt water to remind us of the bitter, salty tears that we had when we were slaves in Egypt.
Exactly. When our ancestors were in Egypt, they had the salty tears. I'm going to move the cape just so we could see your face. When we were in Egypt, we had the salty tears that we were crying. Our ancestors were crying during the time of the slavery. So that's why we have the salt, the dipping in the salt water. We can move this out of the way. We're done with this for now. We're going to have it at the beginning of the meal. We'll get to it later. Next step. The next step is yachatz. Yachatz, we take the middle matzah. We take the middle matzah. We have 3 matzot over here. We're going to take the middle one. And I'm going to break it to a half. If you see the middle one, we'll break it to a half. And now we need to take the bigger size. Mendel, which one is the bigger size?
That one.
Okay, the bigger size. So the smaller size going back to the middle to be as the third, as the middle matzah. And we're going to put it in a little bag. And this one we keep till the very, very, very end. We're going to use this one as the dessert at the night of Pesach. That will be the afikoman. So I'm going to put it in a little bag over here. Okay, and there is keys over here, so I got to be very careful to hide it well, so they don't see. Mendel, don't look where I'm putting it, so you're not going to be able to take it later. And if you have, you could still hide it from yourself and try to find it from your spouse, or your spouse could find it. You could play the game.